Impact could be off the air by the end of 2018. Welcome back to the ACB Wrestling Talk channel, your main source for wrestling news, topics, discussions, previews, all that kind of good stuff. I am your host, Alexis Carrillo, and over the past few weeks, over the past few days, the rumors about Impact Wrestling and Pop TV's business partnership and relationship being fractured or being a little bit more troubling than in the past, those rumors have gotten stronger because a few websites are now running with the fact that Impact Wrestling officials are now actively seeking for a new home in 2019 for their flagship show, Impact Wrestling. According to those reports, their current contract with Pop TV ends on December 31st, 2018, meaning their last show on Pop TV would air pretty much on the December 27th date of this year. Also meaning that by January 3rd, which is the following Impact, on the following Thursday, which would be the go-home show for Homecoming, that Impact Wrestling episode would have no home, would have no place to air, which obviously creates a problem for what used to be clearly the second biggest wrestling organization in North America. I still believe it is still the second biggest wrestling organization in North America. A lot of you wrestling fans might not agree with me, but until at least, this report came out, Impact Wrestling was the biggest company still with a national cable television deal in North America. So what does this mean for Impact Wrestling? Well, basically, it means that Pop TV is most likely not going to be renewing the show or renewing their contract with Impact Wrestling for 2019, meaning Impact's got to find a new home. And I've heard and I've seen a lot of comments on social media about how Impact Wrestling should become a YouTube show only, or have its permanent home be on YouTube. And yes, that is an option, because if you have wishful thinking, there aren't a lot of cable television networks out there looking for professional wrestling. I know that we live in a wrestling bubble where you have a lot of fans who come out and say, oh, if you put New Japan Pro Wrestling on a big network like CBS or ABC or NBC or somewhere, some big cable television network, they'll just grow and outcompete WWE, and eventually we will get a Monday Night Wars back, and the same would happen if you put Ring of Honor there. You might think that. You might actually believe that and buy into that, but again, that's a whole thing about the wrestling bubble. Most mainstream audiences and most cable television network executives, and TV executives for that matter, don't really care about wrestling not named WWE. Because trust me, if they did care about having professional wrestling on their stations, on their channels, to compete with WWE, New Japan, Ring of Honor, and Impact would be first in line for a big television deal on cable. And that's just not the case. And I've made my case about how Impact should be looking towards getting a network television deal. Something that isn't as hard as cable, I believe. I have no insight to give on this entire situation of which one's better, cable or network. But at least if you position them on a network like the CW, yes, the CW isn't going to pay you as much, but Pop TV wasn't paying you anyway, or wasn't paying you that much anyway. Yes, the CW isn't as big of a name as Fox or as the USA Network, but that really doesn't matter. What matters is that you grow your brand, you grow your audience, and the CW offers you that. Way back in the day when it used to be UPN, they had SmackDown on that show. It garnered good numbers. I think Impact Wrestling on the CW would garner decent numbers and introduce Impact to a brand new audience. But again, that's not just up to Impact, that's up to the CW officials, if they even are thinking about carrying Impact, or if Impact even is thinking about offering their show to them. At the end of the day, Impact's gotta be a little bit precautionary and taking the right steps toward securing their future. And I think for the time being, YouTube is the best way to go. Because like I said, I don't see any big major television networks lining up to carry professional wrestling, not only Impact, but professional wrestling on their stations. And we have to just agree with the fact that Impact Wrestling and professional wrestling that is not named WWE does not carry the same weight or the same importance that a lot of us wrestling fans would like to carry. So with that said, I'm hoping they can find a new home, because there are also a lot, with these rumors about Pop TV not renewing Impact, there was a lot of rumors about how if Pop TV doesn't renew their contract, they might, or Anthem might, shut down operations for Impact Wrestling, because they're already losing money running day-to-day operations with Impact Wrestling, and them not having a national platform for exposure just adds on to the fact that Impact Wrestling could be shut down. So anyway, those are my thoughts on this entire situation. Very unfortunate if it does indeed happen to be that Pop TV does not renew Impact, that Impact doesn't find a new network, and that maybe eventually, in worst case scenario, Anthem shuts Impact down for good. That's not something I want, but this is a business. It's not about being fair. It's about doing good business. So with that said, leave your thoughts, comments, and sections and predictions. Damn it, I keep saying sections. And predictions on the comment section below. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you dislike this video, hit the dislike button. If you follow wrestling news, topics, discussions, previews, all that kind of good stuff, consider subscribing. If you like this video, hit the like button. And I said that. Sorry. That's it for me. Till next time.